Hi friends, in this video we will discuss about the top DevOps tools. Please subscribe to this channel for latest free tutorials. Although DevOps is becoming the norm, some IT leaders are struggling to successfully create a DevOps practice as it is difficult to recognize people and rethink the relationship between development and operation teams. Further, technology plays a vital role in this reorganization process. Still, some IT leaders find it challenging to understand which DevOps tools and technologies they should utilize to enable this collaborative environment. So, we will discuss about the top DevOps tools that focuses on every element of DevOps, a list that shows how these tools lead to improved collaboration and transparency, as well as faster development and more resilient architecture. So the first, source code control, Git, GitLab, GitHub, Bitbucket. Instead of focusing on just one of these popular source code control tools like GitLab, GitHub, and Bitbucket, we are going quickly to show the overall value of Git as a DevOps tool. GitHub is often thought of as the best place for developers to share open source projects and collaborate around shared repositories. While GitLab and Bitbucket are purpose-built for the enterprise, helping engineers across disciplines to deploy, test, release, and ship code faster and more reliably. The main difference between Git and other version control systems is the way it tracks your file systems, recording any changes made to the system at a given time. Git is crucial for alignment between all development and IT teams, leading to more visibility into development pipelines and more communication across engineering teams. DevOps CI/CD and configuration management tools. There are many tools like Jenkins, Ansible, Safe, Pipet available in the market, which are the CI/CD and configuration management tools. While every tool in this list contributes to CI/CD in some way or another, the following solutions are dedicated to continuous integration and delivery through automation. Ansible, Jenkins, Safe, and Pipet all offer CI/CD pipeline management through configuration management, app deployment, task automation, and IT orchestration. Many teams can use one or a combination of the following tools to automate deployment process and drive greater workflow transparency for software engineers and IT practitioners. Ansible. Ansible allows DevOps and IT teams to automate setups, updates, restarts, and other maintenance regarding application and infrastructure components. This eliminates a lot of human error and saves a lot of time spent manually configuring systems and CI/CD pipelines. Ansible's configuration management and IT orchestration can connect to hundreds of other integral tools in your CI/CD pipeline, leading to faster development and more resilient applications and services. Jenkins. While Ansible focuses a lot on automation and ease of use for configuration management, Jenkins is highly focused on the CI/CD pipeline and building out robust deployment automation. Both Ansible and Jenkins are open source automation servers and can be used for reliable CI/CD pipelines, app deployments, and configuration management. But a large number of teams look at Jenkins as the gold standard for CI. Depending on your toolchain, architecture, and team structure, you could find yourself needing to use both tools for different reasons. Ceph uses an imperative language for configuration management. This allows for greater customization and essentially gives DevOps and IT teams the ability to program every aspect of their nodes. However, the ability to customize too much can lead to highly complex, unnecessary procedures and tech debt. Chef is more friendly configuration management and CI/CD tool for developers but can often be hard to handle for more traditional IT operations team. Pipet uses a declarative language that is more like a description of an asset's state but doesn't allow developers or sysadmins with a way to intervene with how they can achieve a certain state. This constraint can limit customizability but often offers more benefits towards reliability. The limitations force DevOps and IT teams to design ideal configurations and lay them out within constraints, reducing the amount of control you have, but often leading to simpler configurations and greater reliability. Container platforms like Kubernetes, Docker. It's important to first mention that containers are not right for everyone. But in DevOps, you can't ignore the growth in the use and implementation of container platforms and microservices. Whether you choose Kubernetes or Docker Swarm as your container orchestration tool, your choice is dependent on your architecture and the goals you are trying to achieve by containerizing applications or services. Breaking large applications and products into microservices running on containers can greatly benefit deployment, development speed, as well as reliability through limited blast radiuses. But neither Kubernetes nor Docker Swarm can prevent you from poorly architected services that starts with your team. Communication and collaboration, Slack or Microsoft Teams. Slack and Microsoft Teams both offer real-time chat capabilities and can integrate with a lot of other tools in your DevOps toolchain. You can ingest alerts from your monitoring and alerting tools into Slack or Microsoft Teams and use the tool to communicate around production incidents, deployment failures, and so much more. With the proper chat ops, setups, and functionality, DevOps and IT teams can run commands and write scripts directly through their chat tools, directly in line with their person-to-person communication. While Slack is gaining in popularity due to its ease of use and large number of useful integrations, Microsoft Teams also offers a large number of benefits for big companies, especially those embedded in the Microsoft Tools suite. Either way, an open communication platform is crucial to any well-rounded DevOps-minded team. Live conference call software like Zoom, GoToMeeting, Skype, etc. As business globalize, more and more teams are distributed across multiple geographic locations and regions. Any distributed workforce, especially in DevOps, requires reliable, high-quality video conference and live call functionality. Zoom, GoMeeting, and Skype are all popular conference call tools in the industry. DevOps teams need to be able to spin up a conference breeze in seconds and mobilize incident response teams during a firefight. With video and phone call software alongside collaboration tools like Slack and Microsoft Teams, the team should have the agility and transparency they need to rapidly resolve major problems in any environment. Cloud computing and storage. DevOps minded teams don't need to choose just one cloud provider or even go with a public cloud option. However, public cloud options allow for greater flexibility and agility, which is often highly beneficial for successful business. Whether you make use of a single cloud provider or leverage a multi cloud or hybrid cloud strategy is highly dependent on the types of applications or services you are working with. Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform each offer highly effective cloud computing, storage, and hosting functionality. Depending on what you are working on, each of them will offer different costs and benefits around scalability, portability, agility, etc. When assessing which cloud provider you need, look at the most important aspects and components of your applications and infrastructure and determine which one makes the most sense. Monitoring, alerting, and incident response tools. SignalFx, recently acquired by Splunk, is a complete observability tool. It can ingest traces, metrics, and events from your applications and infrastructure to help inform you of not only your system's health, but why the system is behaving a certain way. Once you know what's wrong and why, your team can fix issues faster and connect application and infrastructure monitoring with the needs of the business. SignalFx helps with debugging and post-incident reviews through service mapping, high cardinality analytics, and detailed visualizations and dashboards. AppDynamics. At the pinnacle of application monitoring is this tool, AppDynamics. By improving infrastructure visibility and providing application performance and end user monitoring, AppDynamics helps you find ways to improve your applications and services for real people. AppDynamics doesn't force you into only looking at uptime and overall application performance. You can break it down by individual users and transactions, truly find weaknesses with your applications. Prometheus. Prometheus is an open source time series database and monitoring tool often used by DevOps and IT teams to generate alerts based on time series data. By monitoring time series data into a tool like Prometheus, you can generate more precise alerts and visualizations that really lead to business insights and engineering outcomes. And because Prometheus is an open source, community driven tool, developers and IT practitioners alike are able to easily mold the tool for their own use cases. Splunk Cloud. Splunk Enterprise and Splunk Cloud are premium log management, infrastructure monitoring, and application monitoring tools with the ability to ingest data not only from services and devices themselves, but also from other monitoring tools. Splunk can serve as a single source of truth for system health and performance. Then when something is wrong, powerful log search and filtration functionality alongside informative visualizations and dashboards can lead to faster incident resolutions. Whether you manage an on-premises architecture or you are fully cloud native, Splunk can provide observability and give you tools required to take action. Raygun is another one of those tools that gives you real insights into the way users experience your service. SRE teams and DevOps minded engineers alike love Raygun for its ability to provide detailed reports on everything from full scale app crashes and downtime to performance metrics like network latency, load speeds, etc. Raygun's real user monitoring can expose both client side and server side issues for customers and help product teams prioritize engineering roadmaps to align with real problems. Catchpoint Catchpoint is a comprehensive monitoring tool combining synthetic monitoring, network monitoring, real user monitoring, and endpoint monitoring to detect errors and incidents anywhere in your architecture. The ability to run synthetic metrics through the system is a unique benefit of Catchpoint as compared to most of the other software. For smaller teams who don't have large amounts of real metrics to test service reliability or performance, Catchpoint can help you find those problems as you scale before customers see the problems. Testing and chaos engineering software. Selenium. Selenium is a popular, powerful automated testing tool. DevOps centric teams often rely on a faster method for testing in order to improve QA without slowing down the deployment, development, and release life cycles. The full suite offered by Selenium allows for full scale test automation across all aspects of a web application and its connected parts. Automated testing is necessary to ensure developers and IT practitioners have more time to keep writing and shipping new code instead of running tests and manually fixing issues in the deployment backlog. So, chaos engineering was made popular by Netflix as a way to proactively run chaos through your systems in order to see how they respond to stress, unforeseen circumstances. With Gremlin, you can design the types of experiments you would like to conduct or simply reenact past issues you have had and run them through your applications and services to see how they hold up. While running chaos experiments can seem like a lot of time and effort upfront, the rewards around delivery speed and reliability will start to show up over time. IT ticketing, ServiceNow. ServiceNow is the gold standard in DevOps and IT for ticket management and documentation. The highly customizable interface allows for numerous users across different disciplines to use the product to manage IT workflows and track tickets over time. ServiceNow can connect to all of your monitoring tools, chat tools, and real-time on-call incident response tools in order to keep accurate records of everything happening across all of your teams. Status pages and service updates. Status page helps you build trust with your customers and offers transparency quickly while your team firefights issues. When integrated well with your monitoring and alerting toolchain, status page can be used to manually or automatically change the status of different applications and services under your control. This way, you can focus on fixing the root cause of an incident, not focusing on the PR of how you need to communicate with customers. The faster you fix problems, the happier your customer will be. But in the meantime, customers need a way to find out what's going on with your service. Otherwise, you will be inundated with emails and phone calls wondering what's going on. While the list of tools provided can serve as a great starting point of DevOps minded teams, it's by no means an end all be all. DevOps is a mindset, a way to improve collaboration and transparency at all stages of software delivery and upkeep. Depending on the type of service you are building, what's important to your specific business and engineering teams, and the way your teams are structured, these tools may not even be right for you. DevOps tools should be used to serve the engineers and the system architecture, not the other way around. Be careful when assessing DevOps software and ensure each tool can provide tangible value to the organization before making a decision to purchase. You will likely only need a few tools listed here in some combination or another. No DevOps tools is a substitution for careful thought process, accurate documentation, collaborative engineers, and robust applications and infrastructure. But no matter how effective your engineering team, incidents are bound to occur. With these tools by your side, DevOps minded engineers can feel confident with the maintaining accountability for the uptime and overall performance of the services they support. Thank you for watching this. Please subscribe to our channel for latest free tutorials. Thank you.